Hello and welcome to this episode of On Location, where we were in someone's house shooting some stuff for a company where we wanted hosts in the room, we wanted playback, we wanted a panel discussion, all within a living room and all on a hot summer's day. So let's take a look at all the footage and a few things learned along the way. So like I said, we were in someone's house. Here's a look at their living room. It was a really nice house to be in. It wasn't a cramped space, but whenever you bring in a bunch of gear, it can get pretty cramped pretty fast. The whole broadcast lasted for about 5 hours, and we had playback, we had actually mostly playback, but we did have hosts linking between each of the playbacks. And then at the end of the day, we had some panel discussions and things that were happening live in that room. We mostly used PTZs for the panel stuff, but for the hosts, we used a fixed camera. Since they came on, said thanks to the previous people who had a video and introduced the next people. So they could just be stood there fixed. And then we had a drone shot for the end, and we'll get to that in a second. Just taking a look at each of the positions here, we had my audio setup. I had the control panel in front of me, and then I was also using QLab for audio playback. QLab is something I picked up and learned within about 30 minutes before the broadcast, because I realized I really wanted to trigger playback at an exact point in a song multiple times throughout the day. So you can see here that I used Companion to make that all happen. And if anybody uses QLab, they'll know well about this. But for me, it was kind of new, and I really enjoyed getting to use it on that one day. And I'll be sure to use it again for plenty of other events and stuff. I also set up mutes for each of the audio microphones, all within Companion as well. So I could just hit mute or hit mute all, just in case something happened and I wanted to mute all of the microphones. Next to that was playback. We were using vMix, and it was playing back through Ultra Studio HD Mini, something I showed pretty similar in a previous video on Location, which was in that case a key fill, but this time it was just a simple playback over one SDI output. And finally, the main production area, again a vMix computer running all the cameras. You can see them all coming in here, and you can see the drone shot kind of being prepared earlier on in the day. One of the main challenges for this one was it was right in the middle of summer here, 30 degrees, pretty hot, and a lot of sun coming in that main window behind all of the action. So the host of the house was given the job, unfortunately, of putting up some sort of window tinting so that we could calm down that light and really equal out inside for all of our shots. So here you can see her up doing her part, putting up some of that foil on the windows so that things look good inside for the shots. Some of the key challenges for this one were working in someone's house where there is a limited amount of space, and bringing in all that gear, the space gets even more limited. You're trying hard to stay out of each other's way, but not break anything in the house, and be respectful as well. Some of the benefits of this setup was that you could work with your shoes off, we could make many changes to the house, and also we found that there's a lot of things already in place. In a living room you have a lot of decorations, so we just had to remove things or move them the way we wanted. If we did this in a studio, we have to bring everything and add a lot of stuff to make it look nice on camera. Already it was kind of good to go, we just needed to move the sofas and move a few things around. So getting to that final shot, we wanted a drone shot at the end, and the final goodbye from the hosts was shot in the pool, and then as you can see here, the drone pulls back, and all the other people came out to join them, and some of them decided to cool off in that pool on a hot day. It really worked out well. I was tempted to run out there myself and do the same, but I had to stay there and take down the audio at the end of the show. So I hope you found that useful. I do try to get as much information into these videos in a short time, so if you have any questions, let me know in the comments below and I can clarify anything. And if there's any details or pieces of equipment you want to see in more detail, then I can make videos about that too. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode of On Location.